Oh, thoughtless pedestrian running right on the road. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Idiot. Messing around in the road. Oh, maybe they're not messing around in the road. That dude has a stick on the right, and then this guy looks like he's running away. Let's go ahead and act like an idiot, riding around in and out of traffic, can't see anything at night. Yeah, we're gonna learn how not to be an idiot the hard way by hitting a bump and almost dying. Got extremely lucky. I just left work. I was on a Bluetooth call with my girlfriend. Guys, they don't even know you're riding a motorcycle. So if bros, if you told your girlfriend, hey, I'm just going for a walk, and like you took your motorcycle out because she doesn't like it when you go ride like an idiot, and like she calls you to make sure that you're on your walk, she won't even know with this thing. It's crystal clear communication, zero like wind noise whatsoever. She won't even know. So go for your ride, get a Cardo Pack Talk Edge, link in the description for 10% off. She won't even know. She won't even know that when you get hit. Okay. Oh, up and over. She'll know. She'll know then. So SUV brake checks at 70 miles per hour. This is when we need to swerve, not slam the front brake and endo it. We're gonna have massive injuries to our spine. Hopefully not. Her head, his shoe flipped off. Overall, pretty bad. He's not wobbly. That's good. That's good. He might be a little concussed here and there. Thankfully, people are stopping to help. But he slammed that front brake and it grabbed traction. Typically, it dumps, but he went up and over, and that's very dangerous. So what could we have done differently in this situation? We could have swerved. We could have swerved around it. We're not going to be able to stop in time. Our total stopping distance isn't good enough. We could have swerved around it. Okay, here we go. We're just riding in the side by side in the same lane with another car. Kind of a dumb thing to do. I wouldn't recommend that. Now we're finally, in our own part of the lane. Like if you're gonna lane split, get out. Go. Okay, what's happening here? Oh, somebody slammed the brakes and we didn't stop in time. That's another reason why we need to be able to swerve. You get swerving, braking, acceleration as your emergency maneuvers. If braking's not gonna work, swerve. Get out of there. Emergency accelerate out of dangerous spots when somebody's coming at you from the side. But we could have swerved. All right, here we go. Going right. Okay, good job seeing that. Good job applying the brakes. They didn't go in the first available lane because they're terrible drivers. It happens all the time. We're just gonna move on. There's the emergency acceleration out. Okay, slow it down now. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, what are they doing? They're going in that lane like you wanted. You were doing an open lane pattern, same thing. Move on, not a big deal. Open lane pattern, we switched to a new lane, just the same thing. Same thing. You notice how when cars do open lane patterns, oh my gosh, we have a close call and a possible crash. When we do open lane patterns, oh my gosh, we have a close call, almost a crash. What's the big problem here? Is it the open lane pattern? Should we ban merging and switching lanes? No. We should encourage looking before you go and then getting with the flow of traffic immediately. That's what we should be doing. It's in the driver's manual. How are people not doing it? Oh, wait, I forgot. Most people in this world are idiots. What? All right, look at this road surface. Ow, doggy. Get those legs up and then accelerate out of there. That dog will bite you. Get out of there. Oh, no. He crashed in front of the chick. Look, he's looking at her. What's up, girl? Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Oh, crap. Is the dog gonna run to grab him now? She was testing my reactions. Okay. What's gonna happen here? Testing your reaction time. There it is. There's good job with the brakes. Good job. This is a perfect example of a very easy plan. Okay, we located a hazardous situation. We're in an area with a lot of traffic. Is there any relevant threats? That's a relevant threat. It's not an active threat because it's not in my lane, but where else are they gonna go? They're not gonna stop right there. It looks like they're doing a U-turn, so they will get in my lane. So I'm gonna navigate that by applying the brakes and putting myself in a position for safety. Whoa. So great job. Great job. All right, here. Oh no, run stop sign right in front of me. We're in a car, so that means we're gonna witness somebody die. hopefully not. But we're coming up to an intersection. Look, it says that they ran a stop sign. There's the side of the motorcycle. They did a rolling stop because they're scared of applying the brakes.
What are you doing?
He was going to cut across. So it's almost like a new rider. Okay, almost like a new rider. Let's take a look. So we're getting up to here. What typically happens with new riders is that they're really scared of that friction zone and scared of the brakes. So left hand is friction zone, right hand is brakes. I know I'm mirrored on you guys. So when they're getting up to stop signs on their very first couple rides, or they could be learning this bad pattern. But first couple rides, they're going to get up to a stop sign. It's like, I don't want to apply the brakes too much. I don't want to stop because then I have to do friction zone. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to roll through it. Okay, well, if it's safe to do so, you do you, but now you're not really practicing your stopping and friction zone. Treat every stop sign, especially as a new rider, you're practicing your stopping and friction zone. And then when it comes to here, so they're rolling through, not doing a good turn, not doing a wide enough turn to get into that first available lane, the only available lane that you can, going to cut across into the middle part. Okay, you're on a motorcycle. Nice, easy turn and make that turn. Now, why? New rider, possible, is scared of making turns because they're not very good at it. Once again, you can practice with the Smart Rider motorcycle training drills in a parking lot if you're already riding on the road. But if you don't know how to ride on the road yet, you can practice in your neighborhood with the complete motorcycle training system that I built for beginners. I'm building you guys resources so that we can stop seeing these. I want MotoStars, and I don't want anybody to have crash and close call compilations anymore because I want everyone to be smart riders. I want everyone to be safe. I'm building this out for you guys so I can stop. I'm tired of seeing crashes all the time. Thousands and tens of thousands of crashes I've been watching over the years for the same things. Same things.
In the mountains of Georgia, a rider was cruising along, but there was a lot of gravel on the road. And with gravel comes a higher risk. Hard braking can make you crash much faster.
Make you crash much faster on clean. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're up here in the snowy area. So we're going to have some cold tires possibly. Maybe a little bit of ice here and there, but definitely some gravel. Look at the gravel on the road. So we hit some gravel. Thankfully, we didn't go off the side of the mountain. Got very lucky there. So when we're going through the corners like this, it's easier to make it through here if we're just going and chilling throughout the ride, not having to lean the bike over to manage our speed. Because a lot of people, they like to speed through these corners and they're like, oh, I got to lean over more to make these corners because I'm going faster. Or how about you don't go as fast so you can go a little bit more vertical? That way you have the most traction whatsoever when it comes to any type of gravel on the road. And if you're going slower, it's easier for you to avoid and maneuver around the road surface hazard. So that's one of the big things here. And honestly, if it gets to a point where it's like, man, this road is terrible, I'm turning around.
Corner too fast, and when he saw the fence, he panic braked. With all that loose gravel on the ground,
slamming the front brake.
On gravel, panic braking is a recipe for a crash.
Yes, it is, especially the front brake. It is what it is. But guys, grab yourself a slice of pizza. We're going to hang out for a little bit. But with that said, I'll see you guys on the next live stream.